Hello again. Got an email today from a guy asking about pipe fittings not playing along, and unfortunately the usual culprit in this case is pipe fitting lookup tables. When you're dealing with Revit's lookup tables, when it's installed there's a location. In my case it's lookup table location C, documents and settings, so this would be the default location. I'm using XP still haven't upgraded to 7, slacker that I am. So these locations might be subtly different depending on which operating system you're using. So fundamentally, that's where Revit's looking for this information. And then tangent to that, or related to that, this is the location. So what it's looking for is a file that's equivalent to every pipe fitting that you might encounter. And this is the pipes lookup tables in this case. So what's wrong in this particular file is that it's an M, or some of these fittings are metric, and I happen to have the metric content installed, but there's not a guarantee that everyone else would. So it's entirely possible that these fittings simply, you have a metric fitting installed in the project, but you don't have the actual equivalent metric lookup file in your installation. Unfortunately, even if you park that sucker in the correct location, that fitting isn't just going to automatically update when you open the file necessarily. When I opened this file, I have the right lookup table, but it didn't update. So in this case, sort of a brute force approach is to trim these guys back together, and then you find the fitting does look a little bit better. This one here, for example, I could pull the pipe away, but if I take this one and swap it out for another compatible fitting, and then swap it back, it stays connected to the two pipes. Now if there was some slope involved here, all bets are off. It could get messed up because these fittings, these ones that are rather large, have some issues with sloping when you swap them out, and sometimes they resize other elements around them. This is another fitting that's a T, so I could potentially swap it out for another kind of fitting, swap it back for this one, and it causes all the graphics to wake up. Tedious, yes. It'd be nice if the fittings would just realize that they've got a lookup table, but really, I mean, on some level, what we're doing when we mess with these pipes or change them or trim them together or update a fitting is we're forcing Revit to take a second look at them and to look at the lookup table again so that they can be updated. Might be nice if there was some sort of a, I don't know, an admin tool or a restore sort of functionality where you could say, fix my lookup table problems globally. So anyway, thought it was an interesting situation, and one that I was responding to via email anyway, so here it is. Hope it helps.